Going out in a windstorm, we've been in that. That doesn't bother us. Going out when it's 40 below, we've been in that. It doesn't bother us. We're a pretty prepared team to go out into anything Alaska can throw at us. My name is Paige Drobny, and I am the owner and operator of Spearfish Research, Squid Acres Kennel, and I'm an Iditarod Musher. Alaska has winter, 8 to 9 months a year, and you have to be able to get out and be active and have fun in the winter times. And Cody grew up on a farm, and I grew up wanting to live on a farm. And so one Christmas he built me a dog sled, and I was like, what are we gonna do with this? And he said, oh, maybe we should get some dogs. And he went home to visit his dad for Christmas, and when he came back, I had 3 more dogs. Attached them to the sled, and off we went.
One of our first 300-mile races is the Yukon Quest 300. And that's when I realized that she was a driven athlete. And when she got to the finish line, she just wanted to keep going with the 1,000-mile racers. And I said, uh-oh, this is gonna be a problem, but in a good way.
In order to prepare for a 1,000-mile race, we start training in late August, early September, depending on the temperatures. It's like training for a marathon. You start slow with low miles, and you slowly increase that, and as they get comfortable and miles get easy, then we'll stack those mileages, and we just slowly build throughout the year. We'll go out and do 100-mile or 200-mile or 300-mile training that simulates a race schedule. So they know what to expect when we head out there. I know which dogs thrive in certain conditions and which dogs should be further back in the team. I'll know at this moment that dog needs to be in charge. Knowing people's strengths and weaknesses, and knowing when to put them in a position of leadership and when to put somebody else in that position. And working together and making sure that everyone knows that when we make it to the finish line, that the whole team is because we made it there, not just because of the one dog that's in lead at the finish line or the 2 dogs that are in lead at the finish line. It's because everybody has worked together through the whole process. When you're 5 days into the race, you've only maybe slept 5 or 6 hours. And so maintaining that focus is really difficult. But again, we've done it in training, and we've, after 12,000-mile races, it gets a little bit easier. In 2014, on the Iditarod, there was 100 feet long, and it's like straight downhill. And so I got caught on a willow, and the whole team was like vertical and scooted down the line and unhooked all their tugs, hoping that little willow would keep holding my sled. And I managed to make it back to the sled, stand it up, and we were going 30 miles an hour down that hill. And there was a huge boulder at the bottom, and we managed to get around there without obliterating the sled, and we got up and finished the race, and that was the most terrified I think I've ever been on a dog sled. So this is the 4th business that Cody and I have started. Both of us have a science background and are not real business oriented, I guess, in that way that we don't have formal training in business. And so the marketing class that's coming up, I'm really excited for that because that's gonna really help us, because I've never done any marketing. It's not my skill set at all. The Quantic network is great. The Slack platform that they use for getting people together, I think, is a really great way to create a community. There's a lot of conversations going on there, and they have different documentary clubs and book clubs and different virtual meetups and stuff. I have done group projects together with other people on there, and that was a great way to interact with other students and work together on a project. I didn't think it was going to be as easy as it was to work with other people that were spread all around. It doesn't really disrupt your normal life. For me, that's really important. I love being at my house, and I love being with the dogs, and I love being at this property. If that's something that people are looking for to continue their lifestyle the way that they are, but also then to take some more classes and to get a master's degree in business, it's the best way to do it, I think. Our chances of doing well in this year's Iditarod are really good. We've placed in 7th place the last 2 years. I think we have a really good chance of winning. We've done 4,000 miles of training, and they don't get bored. They don't lose motivation. Miko can run lead. She's kind of one of those once-in-a-lifetime dogs. In any condition, she thrives. I can't keep up with her. She's up and barking, and she gets the whole team up and barking. It's an amazing problem to have. At this point, I feel like pretty comfortable. I've done everything I can do in training. We've done all the preparations. We've worked really hard since September. Now it's just getting them all to the start line healthy and happy and fat. There's this huge eruption of excitement. Every dog wants to go, and it's pretty chaotic. It's hard to figure out where things go. Every dog is going like super ballistically crazy because they all want to go, and so it's this heart racing, time of like getting everybody, onto the line, and then like, and the minute you leave, then everything is silent. It's like a deafening silence because you still have all the barking in your ears. And then you go out in the wilderness, and then it's just the pitter-patter of feet on snow and the breathing of the dogs that you can hear, and pretty serene feeling.